Chamberlain, the Canal Town Stitcher, and I just want to say thank you for coming. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are not new here, thank you for rejoining me and coming back. It has been a busy 2 weeks, but I am certainly very excited about everything I have to share with you and show with you. I don't have too much time, so I'm hoping that I can squeeze this in before I have to leave to run some errands. Today is my daughter's 13th birthday, so happy birthday to Grace. She had a few friends over last night for a little sleepover, and tonight we're going to take her out to dinner. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun day. Hopefully I can get some stitching in the meantime. I do have to run to Walmart, which is not my favorite thing to do, but oh well, it's what we're going to do today. Let's see here. Let's talk about some life updates. There's not too much going on in our summer days. We just got back from our vacation. We ended up going to the Outer Banks, and we stayed in a very nice Airbnb in Roanoke Island, and we were there for 6 days, and we just had really nice relaxing time. My husband just really needed that time away, and the kids just played on the beach. We did some sightseeing. We went to see Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, which now I have to stitch. So I'm either going to design a pattern for that, or I'm going to find a pattern for that. I know there's lots of patterns out there of Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. There was actually one for sale in the gift shop, but it was a full kit, and I had everything but the pattern. So I was like, well, I can probably find the pattern somewhere just by itself, so then I don't have to buy the full kit. But yeah, so I'm going to be looking for that. And we went and visited the Bodie Island Lighthouse. We went to the Roanoke Island Festival Park, which is like a working farm. Well, it's advertised as a working farm. It's advertised that there will be people in costume there to talk. There was really nobody there. It was really just, like, you walk through. The best part about it was the Elizabeth II, I would say, which is like it's like the replication ship of the Elizabeth II that sailed to Roanoke Island with passengers and crew. But other than that, it was really a little bit of a disappointment. I don't know if it's because of COVID or what, but it didn't, like, if you've ever been to Plymouth or even the Genesee Country Museum, which is here in New York, there's a lot more to see for about the same price for tickets. So, but we were happy that we did it. We took a picnic lunch, and we were happy that we went and, explored a little bit of the island. And then that afternoon we took the kids out to dinner and did some shopping for souvenirs, and then the next day we drove home. We did it all in one day. It was a long haul. It was about 15 hours, but it was really worth it. We really enjoyed it. So yeah, that was our vacation, and now we're just here at home for almost the rest of the summer. I have some work that I'm going to be doing for work. For those of you that are new, I'm a 3rd grade teacher here in upstate New York. Upstate New York meaning like Western New York, not New York City or around the New York City area. We live quite far from there, on the Erie Canal, which is why I'm called the Canal Town Stitcher, because Palmyra, New York is right on the canal, and it used to be a very up and busy canal location when the canal was first used. I know I'm sounding a little boring today. I'm trying to get some new viewers and some new subscribers, so if you like what you see, please share my video with other stitchers. Please like and subscribe. It's been kind of a slow go. This is my 12th Flosstube video, and I only have about 20 subscribers. I'd like to get the number closer to 500. It's not you know, it's never been my goal to like have, you know, thousands of subscribers, but if I could get that number up to closer to 500, I feel like I would be reaching more people and maybe branching out and making some new friends. The Hobby House Needleworks is starting to do open stitching, and I would love to be able to attend that, but and there's nothing wrong with it, you know, at all. And I'm probably going to go next Wednesday because it's from 5 to 9 every Wednesday, so I'm probably going to end up going. But I would like to find some more stitchy friends that are kind of closer to my age. I know that sounds a little weird, but I feel like let me go back and tell a story so that you can kind of understand. A couple years ago, I went to a like knitting and crocheting group at the library, and I thought maybe this could be a group that I could join. And I do a lot of crochet. I do some knitting, but I do a lot of crochet, and I crochet baby blankets. I actually have one that I'm working on that I can show you. I showed the colors the last time in my plans, but I didn't I don't like what I'm working. I don't like what I started, so I'm going to probably tear it out and start over. But I went to this group at the library, and I was about 20 years younger than everyone there. Although it was really nice, and I got to know these ladies, and they were very nice, and I went a couple of times, so it wasn't like I just was like, oh, I'm, you know, so young, I don't have anything in common with these people. I really did have a lot in common with them, and was able to share a lot of stories, and we were able to get to know one another, and that was fine. But they're at a different part of their lives than I am. All of their children were grown. They have grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and they like to meet earlier in the day, and I can't meet that early because I work. So it was like, okay, like I can come to this during the summer when I'm home, but I wouldn't never be able to come like during the school year. So I am looking for a stitchy group that maybe we can Zoom, or maybe we can get together if they're local to me, and we can form a group of people that are like more at my life stage, that have kids, that are busy running around doing stuff, and you know, working full time, and still finding time to fit our hobbies in, if that makes sense. So I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not out there to offend anybody. I love people no matter what, but I do want to be able to get to know people that are closer to what I'm doing right now in my life, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about what I did over vacation, because I did a lot. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram at kimberly.chamberlain.14, you would have seen my USA Quaker. I actually have 3 finishes. No FFOs, but I'm doing that on Sunday. So 3 fully finished objects coming on Sunday. No, 4 coming on Sunday. But I finished 3 things. First thing I finished was USA Quaker, which is my own design. And I'm not ready to show that on YouTube, but if you go to my Instagram, you'll see a picture there. It's not FFO'd, but it is done. Okay. The next thing I finished was, I'm just grabbing it from my pile over here. A free pattern from the Tiny Modernist. Happy 4th of July. You're going to see some changes to this. I changed the colors. So I did this in 311 and 498, both the MCs. The called for was 666 and 797, but I did it in red 498 and blue 311. All right, so here's the actual picture of what it looks like. And I think I'm going to end up turning on my light. So hang on just a second. I don't want to turn on the one behind me because it's too bright. I'll turn on this one. Maybe it'll give us more light. And this is my finish. So I did this on 36 count American froth linen. It was a scrap piece of fabric from Hobby House Needleworks. I changed the fireworks because when I did it this way the first time. So I did it this way and it looked like a gigantic spider on that 36 count because I did it 1/2. And it looked really bad. And so then I decided to leave these 2 out because I really just kind of liked it the way that it was and left these 2 in, but I redesigned them as full cross stitch fireworks. So here's another look. So I just redesigned them a little bit. Oh my goodness, I just got interrupted. All right, so anyway, so I just changed it so that I redesigned those fireworks and I like it much better. So there's that first finish. It's so tiny. I'm gonna finish that into a little like ornament. I'm trying to get more light in here. I think that might be better. All right, my second finish is a big one. I'm really excited about it. So this was on June's Whip Go. And I thought I would be able to finish it, but I wasn't sure. But then I just punched it out. So in the ride home, I worked like 8 hours in the car on this. And I finished it that night, except for just a few like little finishing touches that I went through and finished later on. So that is Let's Talk Autumn by Hands On Design. I did this with a color conversion that I found on Facebook, on the Hands On Design Facebook, and I can't remember who it was, but I'll put my conversion down below so that you can see what colors I did this in. So here it is. It's not ironed yet, but it will be fully finished on Sunday. It's on my list of fully finishes. I put the whole day aside to just finish things. So here it is. I love this. It is on 25 count vintage country mocha Lugana that I got from Fat Quarter Shop, I believe. And I love how this turned out. I just love it. I cannot wait till this is done. I'm gonna look for like a chalkboard easel that I can put these on because I do have Let's Talk Winter. That's going to be my next one that I do, and I'm thinking that I might try to do that one on like a navy 25 count. I've got to find it. So those were my 3 finishes. So USA Quaker, which I will show you probably as soon as I FFO it, I'll show it to you. And then I did, I have a lot of whips to show that I've been working on. All right, first whip I'm gonna show is one that I took with me on my trip. I did not take all of my whips with me on my trip, just a few. So I took Fold in the Cheese. This is a cross stitch piece that I'm doing for my husband. It is from Schitt's Creek, season 2, episode 2, I believe. From Sane, Stitchery. I got this from Etsy. And the last time that I showed it, I didn't have, I had some of the block of cheese done, but now I've got quite a bit of that done. So here is where I am at. So as you can see, I'm filling in all of this lighter yellow. There's another dark, like orangey piece in here, and then a cutout over here, and then just the fold in and then just fold it in on the bottom. So I am almost done with this. So lettering won't take me very long. I'm hoping to have this done by the end of the month. It is in my plans, so when we get to plans, I will be able to talk to you about that and share that. Okay. And that was it for my traveling. So then when I got home, what day did I get home? We got home on Friday the 2nd. Then the 3rd, I went to a baby shower. The 4th was the 4th of July, and I did not stitch on the 4th of July, surprisingly. Then Monday, I sat down and I started on the 5th, and I sat down and I started thinking about what I was going to be working on. So a couple months ago, I had purchased this planner from, I don't remember where, Hobby Lobby, maybe, Hobby Lobby. And it was on sale because it's a 2021 calendar. And so I went through and I started making plans for the month of July. So as you can see, I have lots of plans in here. These are all cross-stitching plans. So on the 7th, I really started getting into what I wanted to make sure that I was working on. And I started thinking about like hours of time that I wanted to work. So, the 5th and 6th, I didn't stitch much. Let me just go through these real quick and just make sure. I did work a little bit on Beach House, which is my second design. Not enough to really show. But the 7th, I did a ton of stitching. So on the 7th, I finished Let's Talk Autumn, Happy 4th of July, and the USA Sampler. So I finished all of those on Wednesday. Then I worked for an hour on my Santa Sampler by Cottage Needleworks. I had started this during Mania. Let me see if I can get it closer here. Let me take it out of the plastic because of the glare. I'm trying to get as much natural light as I can, but having a little trouble. So here it is. Santa Sampler. And before I had the top, just the pine on top, and I had started the white. And the hour that I worked on it, this is where I am now. This is on 32 count, antique lamb's wool linen. It's the called for fabric, and I love it. I don't mind that it's stiff. I think it's great. It's easy for me to stitch this in hand, and it's coming out so nice. So this I am looking forward to doing some more work on, because I didn't tell you that it's July. So I am not doing like all stitching with the housewife stuff, but I am doing Christmas in July. You probably got that gist, but now I'm just gonna say that out loud. All right, then I worked for an hour on the Advent animals, and I am doing Brooks Books Publishing Advent animals, and so I was working on Katie Kitty, which is number 1. Get a little bit closer so you can see her a little better. So coming into focus. Back her up a little bit. So really nice. And so I worked for 2 hours on her between Wednesday and Thursday. So my plan is to work an hour every day on these. And I am doing this on 32 count lamb's wool Jovelin. And this is where I am. So I got all of the stitching on Katie, the actual kitty, done, and I just need to do her little fish bag, and then the number 1 and all the back stitching, and then she is done. One thing I noticed though is that I made a mistake. The boxes are kind of short, but I don't mind that because as long as the character fits inside the box, I'm okay with that. So when I finish her, I'm moving back to Peter Polar Bear, and then I'll be starting Mary Mouse, which is number 3, as soon as they're done. But I was really pleased. So 2 hours spent working on her and got quite a bit done. So I'm very happy with that progress. All right, then yesterday I worked on Countdown to Christmas, which is also a Country Cottage needlework. So I have a story to tell you about this one, guys. Oh my goodness. So I started stitching this one also during Mania. And I love this. I've had this for a year and I'm looking forward to getting it done. So I had all of this done and then all of these like little snowflakes. Oh, I can't get it close. So that like will focus. Anyways, I had all of those little like snowflakes done. And then I realized that all of my stitches were off. And they were off, they were in the half stitch, not in the full square. And so then they weren't lining up. So Kim spent her hour of time that I had scheduled to work on this frogging it all. So I frogged it all. I have to frog the rest of this out. So embarrassing. So that I can start it over in the actual stitch itself, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if you can, I won't be able to show you, but basically what I did was I started in a half stitch instead of starting in the full left-hand corner. I started in the middle of one, and I could probably leave it like that, but the problem is that my eyes keep seeing the right thing and not the wrong thing. So I was having a lot of trouble like lining up my stitches and making them look nice, and because this is a lot of white, it was looking terrible. So I just knew I have to frog it. So that's what I was working on last night. For my hour of time that I had scheduled to work on this, I was frogging. Oh well, I do have this on the schedule for many more days in July to work on it, so I'm hoping that I can make up for lost time. Strings. Okay. And then I worked on Peace on Earth. Peace on Earth is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and I love this one. It was a purchase that I made back in the beginning of the year, and it was my Mother's Day start. So I started this on Mother's Day, and I love this. Cardinals remind me of my mom, who unfortunately passed away 12 years ago, and so I am stitching this in her memory, but also for myself because I just love it. And I got quite a ways on this last night. So I had already had the Peace on Earth part done and about half of just the vine. And last night I was able to finish the vine itself and then some of the flowers. And I'll probably work on this some today, even though it's not on my schedule, just because I want to finish that whole vine. But it was like 12:30 when I went to bed last night, and I was feeling kind of tired, so This is on 32 count, Smoky Pearl, Belfast linen by Witchell, and I love this. I'm going to be stitching a lot on Belfast linen. I just love the feel of it. I love the way it stitches. It stitches in hand very nicely for me, and I love it. So there's Peace on Earth. And then the last thing that I worked on, I have to go get up and get because I left it on my bed. So hang on a second. We'll go and get that. All right. Hang on 1 second. All right, this is still in the hoop because obviously I was working on it this morning. But this is Vintage Angel. It's by the Tiny Modernist. It is in the Christmas 2020 ornament magazine. And I don't want to show this. I'll use this to cover this up. Okay. So this is what I am stitching. I'm so sorry for the lighting, guys. I'm stitching this for my niece. And I had all of the top done, except for her eyes. I still don't have her eyes done. And now I'm working on her dress. So this morning I got the flower done, and some of these accents I put her hands in and stuff. And there is where she is. This is on 28 count. Charles Craft. It says even weave, but this is not even weave, guys. It's linen. And so yeah, so I got the flower done, her hands done, these two embellishments on her dress done. And I still have about an hour left to work on her today because she is on my calendar to work 30 minutes every day, and I did nothing on her Wednesday and Thursday. But I did work on her for about a half an hour this morning, so I have about an hour left today to catch up to where I want to be. Okay. All right, so there are all of my whips. Let's talk about Whip Go. All right, so Whip Go for June was numbers, let me just go to my Whip Go board. All right, Whip Go for June was number 1 and number 17. Number 1 was Let's Talk Autumn, 10 hours, and I did and finished. Where did I put my pencil? Just had it. I want to cross this off. Okay. And number 17 was Brooks Books, 2 Animals, or 10 hours, and I have not met that goal. So that's why Brooks Books is on my plans, on my schedule to stitch 1 hour every day. So I stitched 2 hours yesterday. So now I have 8 more hours left. So 8 days essentially to get that done so I can cross that off of my list. This month for July, the numbers for Whip Go. Oh, let me explain what Whip Go is. Whip Go is like a bingo board. It's by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. There is a Facebook page where she posts the numbers. So basically, it's like bingo. You put Whip Go up here, then you number it in 1 through 25. And then when she calls out the numbers, those are the projects that you work on. So for July, it was numbers 2 and number 12. 2 and 12. So 2 for me. And I have not started working on these yet. So you're going to see them where they are. Is Quaker Snowflakes by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I am doing this one. And I love it. Love, love, love it. I am doing this in the Called for Silk on 32 count Azure. Oh my gosh, it is so dirty. How do I get this dirty? I don't even know. Anyways, I worked on this quite a bit. It was my New Year, New Start. I worked on this a lot during January and February. And so this is where I am now. And I am really loving this. I can tell you right now, I had a lot of trouble with this. This was my first piece on 32 count, and it was really hard for me to see the squares. This is on 32 count Azure even weave, so it was kind of hard for me to see. And even looking at it now, I can tell you that it like slants all the way down in the front. So it was like off, like all the way. But then I got my groove and started being able to see things a lot better. And now I just love it. The only problem that I have with it, and maybe you guys can help me out, is this was done in silk. Silk is really expensive. And all the oils from my skin, even though I wash my hands and I don't eat or drink when I'm stitching, all the grime from my hands, all the oils from my hands got onto this silk. And it's yellow when it was white. So I don't know if it's okay to wash it. I'm worried about washing it. This was so much work and it's so beautiful, but I don't want it to be yellow. So maybe you guys can help me with that, because I'm not starting this over. I'm just not. But I definitely want to get some of that yellow out of the silk. Like, it's obvious on some of it, and it's just for my hands. It's nothing that I did wrong. You know, like I said, I don't eat or drink when I'm stitching, and I wash my hands before I touch it, and it's just my natural oils from my skin just got on it. So anyhow, that's number 2. So that is on my schedule actually to work on. Today. This is gonna be my Friday. My Friday piece, I think, until the end of the month. This is a 10-hour goal. All right, so then number 12. Oh, and this is in a project bag that I made myself. I showed this back in January when I first did my videos. I used a tutorial. Now I can't remember her name. I'll look it up and try to see if I can link it below. But I know that Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch has a good tutorial up now. I might check hers out because I'm making project bags on Sunday. All right, number 12 for me is Scandinavian Forest, and I love this. This was also a Whipco start, or not Whipco, Mania start. So this I got on Etsy. I love this, love the colors. I'm doing it in all the called for DMC. And it is by Monika Blizein. If you type in Scandinavian Forest on Etsy, it does pop up, like cross stitch, it does pop up. It's actually got a couple of different colors, but I liked this one. So my goal for this Whipco is to complete page 1, and I've already completed most of page 1, so I don't think I'm gonna have trouble completing this. I am doing it on 18 count oatmeal Ada that I just got from Michael's, and then 1 strand over 1, so 1 over 1, and this is where I am so far. So page 1 covers this whole, like half of this whole tree here, and this. So I have almost all of the tree, and then I think there's like maybe another motif. Yes, there's a few little like orange motifs over here. This is not going to be hard. This is going to be a pretty easy whip go to complete. But I love this. And I'm looking forward to working on it for July. All right, so what are the rest of my plans? You might be asking, or you might not be asking, but you're gonna get it anyway. Well, actually, let's go over my haul first, and then we'll talk plans. Okay, let's go over haul. All right, so I did a thing. Everybody had been talking about it. Everybody was like, oh, you know, Owl Forest embroidery, it's so great, so great. And I drank the Kool-Aid and I went and ordered. I live in upstate New York, so whilst I was expecting it to take like, I don't know, 2 months or so, because I know Sammy Liz also orders from Owl Forest, and like, I think it was her, or maybe it was somebody else out west that was talking about how it took a couple months for them to get their stuff and how it like sits in customs. And I ordered my stuff on Father's Day, and I got it on Tuesday. So what was that, like 2.5 weeks? Crazy how quickly I got it. Anyways, I went on there and I was like, oh my goodness, what do I want to stitch? I had seen maybe Chris cross stitch, maybe, I'm not sure, was talking about a New Year's chart. Oh my gosh, they just run together. Let me just say that. All the Flosstube that I watch like comes kind of like trickles together and comes together, and it like totally confuses me sometimes. But anyways, somebody had been talking about that chart and I loved it, so I wanted to buy that. I bought that as a PDF, so I will insert a picture here of that one along with the name on the bottom. I ordered the floss to go with it. So this is for, oh my gosh, it's in Russian. Of course I'm not gonna be able to read that. Let's see here, what does it say on the other side? Oh, it doesn't say anything on the other side. I don't want to take it out. This is gonna be my problem, is that it is packaged so pretty that I am not going to want to take it out of any of the packaging and use it. I'm just gonna put it like that right now. It's like, I'll just put the picture in I'll just do that. So anyways, I ordered all the floss for that, the floss pack, and here it is. So I just love this. It is so beautiful. I can't. How am I gonna unwrap these and use them? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to, but I'm not doing this project for a while. This project is like probably gonna be a December project because it's a Christmas, like New Year's piece, but it's got Santa and stuff in it. So then I bought a kit. So I looked at all of the patterns that they had. They have this dinosaur one that is so cute. And if I had a little boy, I would probably stitch that because it's so adorable. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I really like foxes. I really do. I mean, if you notice, in Scandinavian forest, there's a big red fox. Well, it's an orange fox, but. And we live on 19 acres, and we see fox all the time. So we see babies and everything. And the mascot for the school that I teach at is also a red fox. So when I saw this kit, I knew I had to have it. And it is called Fox Forest. Look at all the foxes. Oh my gosh. I love it. I cannot wait to start this. I think this is going to be my birthday start in August. I think I'm going to start it on my birthday. If not beforehand, if I get itchy and I really want to. But I have a lot of July stitching that I have planned. Anyways, this kit is so great. You got this little booklet. And then inside, I got a needle and needle minder. And the needle minder has mushrooms on it. So cute. I've never had a needle minder before. This is my first one. So I got that, and then the fabric that came with it is a 32 count, which is perfect for me. I love 32 count, and I do not know the name. It's a Zweigert, but it's like this really beautiful, like olivey green color. It's a Belfast linen. So it looks brown in my camera, but it's actually green. So it's actually green. I don't know why it looks so brown here. Let me see if I can get it closer. It's a really pretty green color. All right, so there's that. Here I go again. You guys are gonna laugh at me every single time that I'm trying to fold the fabric and it's like a map. Like it goes like this, but then it doesn't. Oh, because this folds like this, and this folds like this, and then it folds like that. Like a map, I told you. And then it comes with all the floss. All the floss for it. Which is just, again, how am I ever going to use these? They're so beautiful. I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm going to though, because I'm going to stitch this and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. All right, so there's just part of what I got. And then I got an order from, oh, I got my Cottage Garden samplings, number 6, which is Strawberry Harvest. So I got this in the mail with my 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, which I'm probably not going to stitch this on. I'm going to have so much Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. Because I know I'm not stitching any of these on that fabric. I'm just not. I'm fine. I don't know. I find other fabrics that I like instead. So then, yes, Tuesday, I went to, second interruption. Tuesday, I went to Hobby House Needleworks, and I got, excuse me. I got all of the supplies I need to start working on Halloween Quaker. Now, in my plans video, I was gonna go that Saturday and get all this stuff, and I did not have time. So I went on Tuesday, and I got all of the floss I need. So I did not buy all of the fancy flosses because I looked to see what the variegation was. And if I didn't think that there was enough variegation in it, I didn't buy it. I'm gonna use DMC. So I have 310, lots of that, calls for lots of that. Rainy Day, which is like purple, black coffee. I think I have 3 skeins of this because it called for it. The smoky, I'm gonna use 30, oh no, I got it. I got smoke. There was another one. that I'm gonna use $37.99 for. So here's smoke. Honeycomb, lobster claw, which I would have thought that was like gonna be red, but it's not, it's orange. Frog legs and sassy brass. So, and I'm gonna use $37.99 for black, I have it right here, for the blackbird. Or no, it's $33.71. I'm gonna use that for the blackbird because there was no variegation in that at all that I could see. And I'm gonna use $38.65 for the bamboo. So yeah, I'm excited to start this. Not starting this now. I'm decided I'm gonna wait, even though it's really hard to wait because I really want to start it. I'm gonna do it on 32 count Murky by Picture This Plus, which is the called for color, not the called for count, but that's okay. I'm very comfortable with 32 count and I think it's gonna come out just fine. So I am not worried about that. And this is in a project bag that I could recycle now because this used to hold my hands-on design, but now it holds Halloween Quaker. What else did I get? Okay, so I also got, I just had it, a chart because you can't go into a Needleworks shop and not buy a chart. And I've been eyeing this chart for a long time, and I decided my husband and I will be married for 21 years on the 15th. And yes, I am in my early 40s, and yes, we've been married since we were 21 years old. Yes. And very happily married still, most of the time. Anyhow, I'm trying to get this out. It doesn't want to come out, but I don't want to wrinkle it. Just got it. All right, so this is by Silver Creek Samplers, and it is Lighting the Way. It says, always be a lighthouse. What does it say? Always be a lighthouse, shine your beacon bright, guide every soul adrift at sea throughout their darkest night. And this is a lighthouse that is on Lake Huron in northern Michigan. And it was built in 1876, and my husband loves lighthouses, and the very first thing I ever stitched actually on linen was a lighthouse. And I thought I would make this our wedding sampler because we don't have one. So we were married in 2000, so where it says 2020, I'm going to put 2000, and then in each of the windows down here, I'm going to put my maiden initials and his initials in the lighthouse. I'm just going to backstitch them in. And this will be our wedding sampler. I'm going to do this in all the called for DMCs. It's all DMC, so this should not be hard. And I'm pretty certain I'm going to do it on a 32 count. And so yeah, I'm just looking at the chart. It looks like it's going to be a little hard for me. Only because, gosh, it's busy. That's okay though. I'll figure it out. There was another Silver Creek Samplers that I wanted to do too. I can't remember what it is though. Something that I'm pretty sure Kiara Osborne is doing. that I really liked. St. Andrews, Sane maybe, St. Matthews, St. Michael's, I don't know. I'll figure it out. If you guys don't know by now, I'm a little scattered. All right, so what else did I get in haul? Well, on Sunday, here, let me show you this other thing. I got a cut of 32 count charcoal Lugana from Hobby House Needleworks. It was only $4. It was in their scraps. I love them. They serge everything. Make sure if you go in there, you look through that basket. I've described in my past videos where it's located in their shop, so if you need to refer back, it is in the very back of the store where they keep all of their fabric. You'll see a pile of fabric and a basket. Fabric and the basket is what he has cut. All right, and I'm gonna use that for stitching with the housewives stuff, I'm pretty sure. All right, then I went to Michael's because I needed to buy some DMCs, and if you don't know this, okay, I'm back. So many interruptions today. Sorry for all the cutting in and cutting out. Anyways, so I went to Michael's to get the DMCs I needed, and if you don't know, if you are a teacher, you get a discount at Michael's. It's a 15% off discount, and it's on everything. So I don't go anywhere else for my DMCs because, well, I get the same discount at Joann's, but I find that the DMCs at Michael's, there's more variety of them. My goodness. As I was saying, DMCs at Michael's, I just find that there's more variety than at my Joann's. If I'm desperate, I will go to Walmart to get DMCs, but I'm never usually desperate. I can always get to Michael's. So while I was there, I noticed that they got rid of all of their hoops. So I needed a small hoop. I ended up getting that at Hobby Lobby. I know. I've said in the past, I really like Hobby Lobby, but listen, they were close by, and this little hoop I needed cost me $2. But I noticed that Michael's is getting in a whole lot of fat quarters of different quilting fabric. Kind of like Walmart has. Like if you've been in the Walmart section, you can see, I showed some a couple weeks ago that I bought for project bags. So of course I bought more because on Sunday I plan to get up early, and my plan is to spend all day sewing. I'm not doing anything else but sewing on Sunday. And I need a lot of project bags. So I'm a sucker. That's all I have to say. All right, so the first one I bought was this one. And these were only $1.35 for me with my discount, but they're $1.54 if you don't have a discount. And it's yellow and gray. And to go with this one, I got this fabric. So this will be inside, this will be outside, I think. And then sorry, notification just came up. Then I am also a sucker for woodland animals. Obviously, I have a lot of woodland animal like stuff. And I found this one. Look at this. Look at this deer. Oh my gosh. I can't. And the rabbit. So cute. And I got this fabric to accent this one. So again, this will be on the outside. This will be on the inside. Sorry, that's my dog. We just had to find a more comfy spot. All right, and last but not least, because it was bright and colorful and so pretty, I got some flamingos. And I got this fabric to go with it. So this will be on the outside and this will be in the vinyl on the inside. So this is enough for 3 project bags. So let's see here, 2 or $6. The zippers cost me about $1.75. So for $7, I can make, oh, and the vinyl. For $7, I can make some really nice project bags, and I need them in my life. So that is my plan for Sunday, along with FFOing my finishes. I have 5 actually, because I just remembered an ornament that I need to finish. So I have Gingham Greetings 1 to finish. Then I have fully finished. Then I have Stars and Stripes Forever by Cherry Hill Stitchery that I finished back in May. Then I have USA Quaker to finish. I have Let's Talk Autumn to finish, and Happy 4th of July to finish. So my plan is to FFO those on Sunday and complete all of my project bags that I want to make. I'm hoping to get at least 6 project bags made. Some of them will be vinyl. These will all be vinyl, but I do have plans to make more like this that are not vinyl. So we'll see how many I get done. That is the hope and prayer, though, for Sunday. All right, now let's talk about July plans and finish this video up because it's getting long. All right, so my plans are to finish this by next Friday. If I work on it for 30 minutes every day, I think I can. Then Advent Animals to finish out the next 8 days, 1 hour. We'll see how many I get done. Hopefully I get at least 2 finished. On Saturday, I have plans to work on Hope, which is a freebie on the Twin Peak Primitives website. I had started this during Mania, so my plan is to continue to work on this and try to get this done. I'm also doing this on the 32 count blue azure Lugana. On Monday, I am starting a new project, which I've had this for a while too, but it is the December Trucking Along by Stitching with the Housewives. So I'm going to start this on Monday. I have all the called for threads, all of the color or classic colorworks threads. I have everything that I need for this. So I'm going to start that on Monday, and I'm going to work on, for at least an hour, I'm going to work on Fa La La, La 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 by Madame Chantilly, which I started during Mania on 28 count. Yeah, this is a 28 count sapphire linen. So I'm looking forward to working on that. I haven't worked on that since I started it. Then on Tuesday, I have plans to start It's Snow Time by Cottage Garden Samplings. I went and got all of the rest of the DMCs I needed to start this. I am doing this on platinum. 32 count or 20? 32 count platinum. Let's see what it says here on it. 32 count platinum Lugana. So that's gonna go on this lovely bit of fabric. I'm doing this all in DMCs, not in any of the Gentle Arts variegated. I was afraid at how much that was gonna cost me. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm working on Santa's sampler again. Thursday is Countdown to Christmas and Peace on Earth again. Friday is Quaker Snowflakes. And then Saturday the 17th, my daughter has a horse show, and I'm taking Scandinavian Forest, Gingham Greetings 2, and Fold in the Cheese to that. And those are my plans for next week. My wedding anniversary is on Thursday the 15th. So I tried not to plan too much during the days that I knew that I was going to be kind of busy. And weaving in that, I have a baby blanket I'm working on and Adam's blanket that I have not shown you yet. I should really get that out and show you in the next video. I will show you that. Okay? So that's all of my plans. Whew, this is going to be a long video. I apologize. I hope everybody has a great week. I hope that you're enjoying your summer so far, and that wherever you are in the world, you feel blessed and have a light bright in your life. And I hope that you are staying cool. I know we've had a lot of heat, so please, do the best that you can to stay hydrated and eat well and get enough rest and stitch away, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.